Today is April 11th, 2022, and just a year ago today, the Brooklyn Center Police Department fatally shot and killed 20-year-old black man Daunte Wright. And in the intention and direction of this vlog, what we wanted to get to was what happened that day, what happened after, and what have been the reverberating effects of Kim Potter fatally killing, and in some people's opinion, like mine, murdering Daunte Wright. To start it off, the day a year ago, April 11th, was Justin Tigan's birthday. Justin Tigan was a young black man who was killed by the St. Paul Police Department. We were celebrating his birthday and marching through St. Paul. Then somebody kind of just murmured, said, "Hey, I think somebody just got killed by there was a police shooting somewhere." And some of the leaders in the march were like, "Okay, let's keep that on the low. We don't want everybody to, start acting out of just like misinformation. Let's figure out what's going on here." And so we then showed up to 63rd and Catherine, and I showed up to 63rd and Catherine, and there were already hundreds of people, if not thousands, on the intersection. And you could kind of pick up on what had already happened. There were police departments from Rogers, as far out as Rogers. Now that's got to be a smooth at least 45 minutes away from Brooklyn Center. From as far out as Rogers to Brooklyn Center, and there were just different police departments lined up because Brooklyn Center did not have enough law enforcement to handle the mess that they had just created. And they were still cleaning up the site. I believe this was around sundown, so that's around 8 p.m., 7:30 p.m. And they had shot and killed Daunte around 1:47 p.m., I believe, if I'm correct. And so this was about 7 hours that they were cleaning up this site. And the rage, the sadness, and the emotion was palpable. And you could tell that not only were people thinking, "Oh no, here we go again," there was a very, very, very close-knit community that had lost a family member, a brother, a friend, and you could really see the effects, the direct effects of what had just happened on this community. And again, as I say, the emotions were high, and it was almost surreal, because I say this I was talking to the father of a black man who had been shot and killed by the Minneapolis Police Department. And when I was talking to him on the phone, this had happened back in early 2010s, the one thing he said was, and I was talking to him after George Floyd had been murdered by the Minneapolis Police Department, he said, "I just can't believe this happened. I thought this would stop at my son. I thought this would never happen again. I never thought that they would do this again." And here we were, and in a part of my brain I was thinking, I can't believe they did this again. And once you start to come to the understanding that this happens all the time with police, and you look at grassroots law, you look at follow any civil rights attorney on Instagram or anything like that, it gets exhausting because it's happening all the time. And it's just different names, different cities, same circumstances. And here we were at 63rd and Catherine at Brooklyn Center, just hours after Daunte had been essentially murdered and stolen by the Brooklyn Center Police Department. And what happened days after were days of marching, creating a memorial. Folks created a memorial at the site. And then Kim Potter being charged and prosecuted with manslaughter. And the day that she was found guilty, there was a celebration. We were all down at the Hennepin County Government Center. And then what soon happened after that was Judge Regina Chu sentencing Kim to, I believe, a year and a half of prison, with a half of a year already stayed. And this is just from my experience. hearing Regina Chu deliver that sentencing, that part, I still don't know how to put that into words. I still haven't really thought about it or reconciled with it that much. I don't even know if I'll ever reconcile with it, or if anybody really will, because it set the precedent that there are brothers locked up for crimes they didn't commit for far longer than Kim Potter. There was a story that was told to me of a black man that was taking his kid to a baseball game, and he had borrowed his friend's car. Police pulled him over, found a gun in the car. He said, "That's not my gun and I've never touched it." Now he's doing 5 years in prison. So in this system that would, and that's in Minneapolis, do that to a black man, yet damn near exonerate a cop that shot and killed a 20-year-old black man named Daunte Wright, and simply the judge would cry at the towards the circumstances of Kim Potter, as if she didn't put herself in that position, was highly disturbing, to say the least. And on the flip side, what we were looking at was, sure, you're worried for Kim, and this is the way you feel. What about Daunte? What about the other people that you've locked up for less crimes? It was just indicative that these folks aren't even trying to hide the way they feel, what they do, and what they hope to, the status quo they hope to keep going. And so that was the past year. That's been the past year. And today we'll go to a candlelight vigil over at 6030 and Catherine. And if there's any message that I want to send through this video, to kind of get in the lane of what we're talking about here and what we're doing, is to young black folks and black folks in general, is that the judicial system has not only historically devalued us, it has dehumanized us. It has stripped us of our humanity and continues to do so. And I would be very wary of any person of color that would look at a story like this, or a judge like this, or a cop like that, and take it at face value. Because we are so much more than what we are advertised as, what we are prosecuted as, how we are treated as, what we are reported as after the fact, in the attempted assassination of black folks' characters, or people of color's characters that have been, taken by police, or people in general that have been killed by police. You're more than that. We're more than that. And so that's the one takeaway that I've kind of garnered from the past year, since April 11th, 2021. But as they say, our work is never done. And although it's disturbing and sad what the sentencing was of Kim Potter, and even more so disturbing and sad what Kim Potter did to Daunte Wright, the work keeps going. The work keeps going. And what that looks like going forward, I don't know. That's me being open to the possibility of it may look different than I thought it was in the beginning. So that's been the past year, and I hope that you get something out of that story, and then also that we're looking at ourselves in a different light than what the judicial system is looking at us as. So definitely take that for whatever it's worth. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.